Hi friends, it's Thursday, November 6th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignment. In asking for instructions for today's video session, the assignment is to do what we can do to help Grandma U. It's a wonderful assignment. So our intention is to bring Grandma U into alignment with her soul plan and to trigger the awakening and to do it right now. So be it, so be it, and now it begins. Someone's walking down a hallway, and it again seems like a higher dimension hallway.
Yes.
And they're going to check on I think they're going to check on Grandma U's file. This person is now following up. When we discover an error has occurred, we make it right, and then we make sure it's been made right.
Yes.
And so that's what this being is doing, is just making sure that this situation has been made right, and it feels as though there's extra support being given to get this back on track. It's like affirmative action.
Yeah.
You know, there is an overcompensation, a process of overcompensation to get it back on track.
Yes.
And so we see now the scene kind of shifts, and we're in that rehearsal room where the 100 harp strings gather.
That's true.
And it must be time for rehearsal because people are coming in. Everyone is warming up. And there are people here that I haven't seen before because they're filling out forms. It's noticeable. They seem to be late entrants. Do you see that?
Yes. This is their first rehearsal.
They haven't been here before, but they have seats, and so I watch them being like ushered to their seat. And the person who's there, it's like a placeholder, tapped on the shoulder and saying, you know, I can see from across the circle the conversation occurring is, this person is here, is that? And they go, oh yes, by all means, by all means, by all means, how wonderful that you showed. And then there's some reshuffling occurring. But I also have this sense that someone is still coming down the hall.
Yes. Running late.
Running late. And almost embarrassed to come into this room. Almost embarrassed. How dare I show my face, kind of.
And it feels like they traveled to get here, like they're pulling a suitcase.
Traveled a really long way.
Yeah, like they woke up and got on a bus and went all the way across.
And I'm just not going to think about it. I'm just going to
get on the bus.
Just going to get on the bus. And when he came and saw the building, it's like looking up. It's like an NYU building and going, whoa, I'm just not going to think about it.
I'm just going to
go up the stairs. And now walking down the hallway and just like, whoa, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to come into the room.
And there he is.
You can have my seat. And there are a lot of angry faces turned toward him like, how dare you show up?
You?
You can have my seat.
You can have my seat.
The seats need to be reshuffled, and now people are like
really making
out loud grumbling.
Making a scene.
Making a scene. So may we call for measuring again. We need to be freshly measured because there are people who have disagreements. So that's okay. Well, let's just have us all measured. Everybody line up.
Sounds like airport security when you walk through.
Yes, that's exactly how it looks to me. There's a thing we walk through, and then our numbers flash, and they're imprinted on our foreheads. Lots and lots of people have to move.
That's true.
It's like we all have to reshuffle. Like there's at least 38 people in the wrong seat. Tap, tap, tap. The conductor's baton. Tap, tap, tap. At this point, we need to be quiet. Stop talking. Give our focus to the conductor, who is talking about the program, and it's spelled the British way.
Yes,
P-R-O-G-R-A-M-M-E. Yes, program. And how there are adjustments to the program. There definitely is music that can be put away. We won't need this music, but we do need that music. Let's work with this new piece a little bit, because we haven't worked with it at all. It's unfamiliar. This piece of music is unfamiliar to me.
Yes, me too. And it seems to be unfamiliar to many of us.
And the style of music is unfamiliar. It's a haunting style. Haunting melody.
It's like a lot of the works on this program are kind of old favorites, you know. And then this one is
out of left field.
Out of left field.
no one knows what to make of it. It's a melody of someone who has come back almost from the dead.
Almost from the dead.
Perhaps this is the song of this harp.
Yes.
She has come back from being buried alive for 40 years.
Yes.
And now she has a new song to sing. This is something that was inside of her. Wow! While she was on the closet shelf.
It's true.
And now this is something she wants to say. And it's about despair. Despair and strength. And endurance and patience. And hope. And fears and joys. And love.
It's true. That's true.
It's an absolutely beautiful melody. And I can only feel my part. I'm just one string, and so I have one note.
Yes, me too.
But I know when I come in and out, and many of the other songs we sing, my rhythm, it sets up a rhythm, and it's just very predictable. But this one, it is not.
No.
I come in, and then I don't play for a long time, and then I come in a little flurry,
Yeah.
and then I'm silent for what feels like forever. I like this piece very much.
And the whole room shifted when we took it out, the energy of the room.
And now that person who came in, he must be still in travel clothes. His clothes are like dark or dirty. Come sit by me. And maybe he's supposed to be between me and me, because I have another me right next to me.
It like, feels like he's flanked.
Yes, by me and me.
Yes. And he's flustered. He hasn't played in a long time.
Oh. It's okay, you just vibrate.
Yeah.
Actually, our part is easy. We just get long, 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 and we wait, and the fingers actually pluck us. It's like God's fingers pluck us.
Yeah.
We don't have to generate it. We simply respond to God's fingers plucking our strings.
Yes, that's
We
true.
simply respond. We don't generate. He's saying, basically, I don't know what vibration to generate. And I say, oh, you don't have to do that. No worries. Target to target. Channels up. And just respond to the vibration that comes down. Target to target. Channels up and respond. It's easy, actually. I can see this person who's sitting between me and me.
Yes.
Has a really pure, clear strand. It's as if
Yes.
he's been scrubbed by harshness.
Yes.
And everywhere he goes, people throw coals at him. Lumps of coal.
Yes.
And they shout abusive things at him.
Yes.
I said, would you like to join us for dinner? He says, I don't do group things. That's not what, just
after
us.
rehearsal.
After rehearsal. You look like you could use a friend. I think he said yes.
Good.
Good. Now let's focus on the music.
Music.
There are people over there that are complaining.
They're standing up.
Over by the door where the person is who
by
keeps...
the check-in.
Yeah, they check in and they're complaining.
Yeah,
and they're saying,
loudly.
Get him out of here. It's him or me.
Yeah, and they're like putting on their jackets.
Goodbye.
We're gonna leave. And they're waiting for the check-in person to say, no, don't leave.
That's not how it works. Everyone on the list deserves a seat in the room. You too deserve a seat in the room, but if you leave, that's by your choice.
That's true.
And your chair may be taken when you return.
That's true.
And then you have to find a placeholder who's willing. So as I'm standing up and saying, as far as I know, there are only 2 placeholders here.
That's true.
And if you walk out,
I won't
that's
give up my
it.
seat.
I don't give up my seat to anyone who walks out.
No.
Incorrect assumption on your part. Placeholders, I'm not giving up my seat to someone who walks out. I will give up my seat gladly to anyone who's on the list who shows up within the window of opportunity.
That's true.
But if you walk out, that's it. We're done, friend. In or out, it's your choice. But once you walk out, you don't get a second chance in the door. Incorrect. This is your second chance in the door, or your third, or your fourth, or your fifth, or your 25th, or your 2000th.
Yes.
This is your last chance in this door.
But I see at least one.
At least one
Maybe
is,
two.
but not leaving, standing in the
Standing
lobby,
there.
waiting for others to leave. And he's playing all high and mighty, but
Yeah.
you don't fool us. I feel like I have wings, like mother hen wings, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm just like holding them up.
Yes.
It's for this person to stand behind, you know, because this person is on the list, or he wouldn't be in the room. He's on the
Yeah.
list, he got an invitation, and therefore he deserves a seat, and I would do the same for anybody who's on the list. Enough.
Enough.
This has to stop. Friends, we have big work to do.
The conductor is irritated with all this.
He's very irritated. We have important work, and these
right.
people are disrupting practice, and it actually is still holding up the rehearsal.
That's true.
Because until this is resolved, we have a seat that is in flux, and we can't rehearse like that. It's like they're calling somebody. What do we do in this situation?
Yes.
Count to 3. Give the person to 3 to resume their seat, and if they aren't in the seat, well, then they have given it up. And
That's
a placeholder will take their spot.
That's true.
Well, we have a closet full. It's not a closet full.
It's like a back room.
Yes, a back room full of placeholders.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Placeholder.
It's like the door of the room of understudies flies open.
Yes. That's exactly it. It's a room of understudies.
And there they are.
Now the conductor is saying, now everybody, oneness chakra's open. Oneness chakra's open. And let's basically do some vocal warm-ups to reset the energy of that. So stringing our own harp strings, vibrating our own harp strings, all of us. Okay, now let's try this beautiful piece again, this haunting melody. And now I'm starting to be able to just feel when it's my time
Yes.
for my flurry of notes. I almost don't need the music. It's strange because I haven't played this piece before, but
But I feel...
I can feel when it's my time. And I'm also paying attention to this so sad person who's sitting between me and me.
Yes.
He's so sad. He's waiting. It's like this piece has very little for him.
Yes. Only a few notes.
And they're sad notes, like the pace seems to indicate the emotion.
Yes.
He has several very sad notes. They're notes of regret.
Long notes of regret.
Long notes of regret. And now it feels as though time has shifted and rehearsal is over and we're just at a little coffee house or cafe or something.
Yes. Just down the street.
Just down the street. And we ask, where are you staying? And he says, I don't have,
any
a place to stay. You can
Stay with us.
He says, I don't have any money. That's okay. Source has given us everything we need. You have a place to stay and food to eat and friends.
Yes.
And we see your heart is full of pain.
That's true.
And we have certain healing skills
It's the right word, skills.
that we would gladly offer in service to heal a painful heart.
That is true. That's true.
So, if you'd like, it would be a privilege for me to facilitate a healing for you.
He says yes.
I ask him, do you recognize me? He said, I thought we just met, or something like
Yeah.
that. I mean from another life.
I see him in another life.
Yes,
Shiny.
yes,
Glowing.
yes. And now I see things from his perspective, and it's as if he had some kind of treatment that had wiped his brain clear.
Yes, I see his brain wrapped in black cloth.
And now it's like that question he's starting to get just images, flashes of images, and
Yes.
some are inspiring and some are terrifying.
Really terrifying.
Really terrifying, and it's a mixture that's difficult, and we're just saying, it's okay. It can come out. It can come out, and when it comes out, it'll be fine. I already know about all that. Don't worry. I already know about all that. I don't care about any of that. It's fine.
It's fine.
You have friends now. But there's one requirement. We live a search for truth life. Everything
That's true.
that is said or done must be evaluated for truth, and you must speak up. You can't stay quiet about your take on things.
Yes, that's true.
You must speak up.
Yes, that's true.
If you wish to accept that condition, then please join us.
He looks kind of taken aback.
We're not interested in relating to each other with lies, prevarications.
Yes.
Don't hold our interest. Only the truth. Would you like to live with the condition of total honesty? Maybe until you can get another place.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Out the door of the diner into the cold night.
Very much like New York City.
Very much like New York City. All right. I ask, how may we be of service now? And they say, a good solid close.
Yes.